Hello students, today we are going to start electrical capacitance, right? So electrical capacitance, or you can say capacitance, right? Actually it's more, its main purpose to store energy, right? So you see in the fans, coolers, we have used some cylindrical type material device which we call it capacitor, right, or condenser. So the main purpose of that condenser or capacitor is to store energy, right, and that energy is to be given to the devices when the electric energy is not on. So why this is the need of using capacitor? Actually, if you have studied about electricity, so this is AC, alternating current, right? You know, it is starting from this is time. So actually AC starts from 0 and reaches to maximum, then decreases, gradually decreases, and it reverses its direction. This is positive half cycle, this is negative half cycle, and reaching at here, it completes one oscillation. So this is one oscillation, and the time to complete one oscillation, that is its time period. So how many times it reverses its direction, right, in positive half cycle or negative half cycle, this is its frequency, number of oscillations produced in 1 second. So you know its frequency is 50 cycle per second. This is 50 cycle per second. This is the frequency of AC. So in technical language, or we can say like this, so sometime energy is present, electric AC, and sometime it is not present. So what does it mean? It means its on off is 50 times in 1 second. This is the simple language to understand this. So one time it is coming, right? So and the next time it is not coming. So in that case, when this is coming, means when electric energy is being produced. So in that case, this capacitor store the energy, and in the absence of negative half cycle, it gives that stored energy so that device may run or work continuously. So basically electric capacitance is equal to, this is ratio of charge to the potential. That means Q upon V. You can take capital Q, it's hardly matter. So SI unit of capacitance. So SI unit of capacitance, is farad. F-A-R-A-D. This is farad, right? It can also be measured in microfarad, right? It can also be measured in nanofarad, and it also measured in picofarad, right? So micro mean 10 raised to the power minus 6 farad, and nano mean 10 raised to the power minus 9 farad, and picofarad mean 10 raised to the power minus 12 picofarad, right? So how we can define 1 farad? Definition of 1 farad. Definition of 1 farad. How we can define it, right? So capacitance is equal to charge upon this voltage. So if we take charge is 1 coulomb and V potential difference in 1 volt, so what does it mean? It means 1 farad is equal to coulomb per volt. if we define it, so how we can define it? So we say a capacitance is said to be 1 farad if 1 coulomb of charge passing through the conductor through 1 volt, right? This is the definition of capacitance, right? Now, a capacitance of spherical capacitor, right, or spherical conductor. So let me erase it and we will do this. Calculation of this capacitance of a spherical conductor. Before that, we will just write the dimensions of a capacitor. You know, capacitance is, I have just told you, capacitance is equal to charge upon potential. Now, this is further equal to this potential means charge, this work done upon charge. Actually, electric potential is equal to what? This is work done upon charge. So this work Q will be multiplied in the numerator. So this will be Q square upon work done, right? Now, what is charge? Charge is A into T. This is square. And what is dimension of this work done? This is M1 L2 T minus 2, right? So this is A2 T minus 2 and M L2 T minus 2, right? So this means this is not minus, this is plus. So this is further equal to, if we take this term in the numerator, so what I will get, this is M minus 1, this is M, then L minus 2, and this is T4 and A2. This is the dimensional formula of this capacitance. So I have just derived, right? So now come to capacitance of spherical capacitor. Capacitance of spherical capacitor, spherical conductor, sorry, right? Suppose I am having a spherical conductor, this is the center of this, and suppose at this center, this is O and this is the radius of conductor, spherical conductor, right? And plus Q charge is given to this sphere. If plus Q charge is given to this, so this whole positive charge will be distributed, right? Like this. The positive charge is distributed, appears on the outer side. So actually, whenever we are to find the capacity, so what we are required? We required V. V means potential difference. So that means the first step to find potential difference. So what this is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. This is the result for potential difference, right? So capacitance is equal to charge upon potential. This capacitance equal to charge is Q. So in the denominator I have 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, right? So this is Q upon R, right? So this Q will be cancelled out. This whole term will go to the numerator. So this is 4 pi epsilon naught into R. So this is the required result for the calculation of capacitance of a spherical capacitor. Now, so let us find the capacity of earth. Since earth is a spherical conductor, so we can able to find the capacitance of earth. So in that case, what we will do? I have a formula, C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught into R. So here 4 is constant, pi is constant, and epsilon naught, this is again constant. So R r is the radius of the earth. So you know radius of earth is 6.4 into 10 raised to power 6. So just put down the values. So here 4 into, you just put 3.14, or you can take 22 by 7. So this is 9 into 10 raised to power 9, and r is equal to 6.4 into 10 raised to power 6. This is meter, in meter. On solving this, what we will get? This will be equal to 711 farad, microfarad. This is the value of capacitance of earth. This is earth is a huge body and it is having the capacity of this much. So maximum charges are entered into the earth surface. So let us discuss on what principle capacitance of a capacitor depends, or we just discuss the principle. What is the principle behind that, right? So let us discuss that. Yes, principle of parallel plate capacitor. Principle of parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor. Right? So basically the capacitor based on the charging and discharging. Charging and discharging. Charging and discharging. Let it write here, charging and discharging. Depends upon this principle. So to explain this, let us take a plate A. This is plate A, right? And I have taken another plate B. So let us give a positive charge to plate this. I have distributed positive charge to plate A, right? Now, if I move this plate towards the B, so what does happen? What will happen? So an opposite charge will induce on the plate B. So opposite charge will be induced on the plate B, and as this move, the density of this charge particle will decrease, or potential will decrease, right? And on the other side, the opposite charge will induced on the plate. This will be positive, right? So the density of this, to maintain the potential of both the plates equal. So next figure, what we will see here. So this is positive charge of plate A, and this is plate B. This is no doubt negative charge is there, and this positive charge will go to the earth, right? So this is the principle behind this. Suppose we bring near the uncharged body to the of charged body. So induced charge will be appear on one side, right? And it will try to maintain the potential difference of both the plates, and in that case this charge will go to the earth. With this we can make the earth make the charges earth, so that the potential difference remain the same, right? So now I have energy of parallel plate capacitor. Energy of parallel plate capacitor. So for that we have to first derive expression for parallel plate capacitor. So let it erase it. So derivation of parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor. right? So I am to derive expression for the parallel plate capacitor. So what will be the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor? So for that, what I will do, let me erase this. So I am taking parallel plates, two parallel plates, one is A and second one is B. So suppose I am giving charge plate A. To the plate A is positive charge, right? Here I will give negative charge to the plate B. And suppose these two plates are separated by separation D, right? So what does it mean? So for that, electric line of force moves from, electric field is this side having direction this is the electric field, because charge move from positive to negative this side, right? D is the separation. And now since charge is distributed towards the surface, right? So what will be the surface charge density? Sigma is surface charge density. This is sigma. So what is equal to this? This is Q, charge upon area. Charge upon area is surface charge density, right? And what is the value of electric field? Electric field E is equal to what? Electric field E. This is equal to sigma upon epsilon. This is equal to sigma upon epsilon. Actually, in the previous video, I have derived the electric field between the two parallel plates, right? So in that case, I have derived this formula sigma upon epsilon naught, right? So now potential difference between the two plates. Potential difference V is equal to what? This is equal to electric field into D, right? This is electric field into D. So let sigma by epsilon is equal to number 2. So this E is what? This is sigma upon epsilon naught, right? And D is separation. This is our electric potential. And what is sigma? Sigma is charge density, right? Surface charge density. So sigma is, sigma is equal to Q by A. So this is Q upon A into sigma epsilon into D. This is our potential difference, right? Now, why I have calculated potential? Capacitance is equal to charge by potential. Charge is the same which we are giving, but potential, the value of potential to be find out. So here now capacitance is equal to, come to here, capacitance is equal to charge, right? So charge upon this potential. So this is charge upon potential. What is potential? Potential is Q into D upon A into epsilon naught. So this Q will be cancelled out. So A epsilon naught by D. So this is your relation or derivation for the parallel plate capacitor. This is the expression, required expression. So in the next video we will find the expression for energy of this parallel plate capacitor and sharing potential difference and many more.